Tank said he's now the new face of boxing. What do you think?
For sure, he's facing boxing. I don't have no problem with saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he deserves everything that's coming to him. He's the face of boxing for sure.
And he's that guy. You talked about how good Shakur is. Do you think people sleep on Tank's skills? Because they just see him as a knockout artist?
Who sleep on Tank's skills? Nah, nobody sleep on Tank. Like,
well, I just go because so many people just think he's a knockout artist, but I think they underestimate his boxing IQ.
And back in 2021 in August, I sparred Tank, and he's skilled. Like, he's skillfully. Like, he's like, you can watch me fight. You know, I'm skilled. When I got in the ring with him, he's skillfully great. He's great. Like, Tank is all the way around a great fighter for sure. He's for sure like Shakur the man. Tank the man too. Tank the man to beat right now because he got the popularity and the skill. You know what I'm saying? Shakur the man right now, but he's just not as popular as
Davis. Keyshawn, this new guy, he's 140 pounds. He's not bad.
Yeah.
Keyshawn Davis. That's him right there, isn't it?
Ooh, no, I thought he was.
Ooh, there we go right here.
Oh yeah,
it's a young guy.
Nice combination.
He's quick.
Good. Yeah. Ooh.
It's a harder puncher.
And
Davis recently sparked fresh debate after posting intriguing details online about a past sparring session involving Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis. Given Tank's long-standing rivalry with Shakur dating back to their amateur days, and the fact that both now hold titles at lightweight, any mention of sparring immediately draws attention and fuels speculation about future matchups. What many fans overlook is that Tank also comes from an elite amateur background long before his rise in the professional spotlight. He shared the ring with numerous top-level fighters in high-level sparring sessions. Some fans remember the infamous gym footage involving Tank and Devin Haney that later surfaced, but many behind-the-scenes stories never reached the public. One of those lesser-known stories involves Tank and Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn is widely viewed as one of the most promising lightweights of his generation. A Tokyo 2020 Olympic silver medalist, he has carried that success into the pro ranks with an impressive record, multiple knockouts, and a growing reputation as a serious threat in the division. Due to his speed, skill, and confidence, many analysts believe Keyshawn is among the few fighters with the tools to truly challenge Tank. With Keyshawn now openly calling for the fight, the buzz continues to grow, and this potential clash is starting to feel like one of the biggest lightweight matchups on the horizon.
Keyshawn Davis has called out Tank. He said he once shared the ring with Tank at the age of 16 and the age of 21. He's now 25 years old. And he said he never had a problem with Tank in those two sparring matches. Now, let me tell you something. Frank also sparred Tank a while back and claimed that he hurt Tank. You say you never had a problem with Tank. And that's cool. Frank Martin said he actually hurt Tank during the sparring match. Now, if that's true, I don't know. But here this past weekend, Frank got in the ring with Tank.
Keyshawn Davis appears confident in his belief that he could beat Gervonta Tank Davis in a professional bout. He has stated that during their sparring sessions, he never felt uncomfortable or overwhelmed. However, Keyshawn has also offered more detailed explanations of those rounds in various interviews. He explained that both he and Tank tend to spar aggressively, placing more emphasis on offense than defense. Keyshawn acknowledged that their styles are similar and admitted that Tank was able to land several clean shots. Despite that, he believes those sessions helped him better understand Tank's approach and ultimately boosted his confidence moving forward.
Just remembered, you sparred Tank as well, right?
Yeah.
When you sparred Tank, what did you learn about yourself when that happened?
I learned that I can hang in there with the elite level. I feel like I can take a punch because he caught me with, well, I remember he caught me with two good shots. He caught me with one good hook, and he caught me one good straight. And knowing Tank, like, you don't know really to expect when you get caught with a good shot. So he told me I can really take a punch. He told me I can box with the best and shit. I feel like Tank, he tested me. He tested my skill in a way where I always had to like stay sharp, watch out for his power, and just be real defensive. Because I'm not really a defensive fighter. Even though I got great defense, I love fighting like Tank does. So he had me fighting a style that I don't usually fight, and I feel like I got better at it. I capitalized it. And I learned a lot from sparring Tank, man. Shouts out to Tank.
What's that like in the ring? Kind of like you said, before you get hit, you're kind of like, shit, this is Tank. What is this gonna feel? Is that just a question you get answered once you get popped? It's like, okay, now I know how I take it. Now I know where it's at.
For sure. That's what every boxer, even in a real fight, if the dude is not a hard puncher, but you still try to see who you punch, like, you probably get hit, boom. Oh, that shit wasn't that bad. Shake it off. And if that shit come again, you can be confident, like, boom. You feel me? So it's really like, once you take that first hit, like, well, that shit ain't nothing. Or if you get hit, boom. Okay, he not gonna hit with that no more. You feel me? You always gotta get the hit to really know how to, if you want to.
Keyshawn Davis has continued to express confidence following his sparring experience with Gervonta Tank Davis. He has spoken respectfully about the opportunity, saying it helped him better understand his own abilities and his capacity to absorb power shots. Keyshawn also recently shared his thoughts on Tank's knockout victory over Frank Martin. He described it as a great moment for boxing and praised both fighters for delivering an exciting and entertaining performance for the fans.
Kenny, when we went on the other day with Antonio Tarver, Keyshawn seen the video and retweeted it. What do you think about him wanting that fight with Tank, even though it's obviously so many years above him? But I
think Keyshawn should be trying to get his win back with Andy Cruz. Andy Cruz beat him just before he turned pro. Andy Cruz beat him 4 times. Handle that business, then come at Tank.
You know, he said that he sparred Tank 2 times, never had a problem.
Everybody, I mean, it's a possibility. You know, everybody gonna say that because they want people to watch their next fight. You know what I mean?
Like Tank ain't excited about no sparring anyway. When you get on that level, you ain't tripping about no sparring.
Yeah.
And when Tank spar, he ain't gonna Tank will work with you. You know, he'll work with you. He ain't go hard with Keyshawn.
Tank got a heart. That's what Kenny's saying. You know,
Yeah.
He got a heart. So what do you think? What do you think, Mick? You think that's that's too early for Keyshawn?
Oh man, hell yeah. We got to see him first.
Last performance he had, or was it 2?
Yeah, no, we got to see him first. I would like to see him versus somebody like
I like him, but don't step out too fast. You know what I'm saying? He got rocked.
Yeah, he can fight.
He can fight.
You know what? I like him and Abdullah in the near future.
I want to see Keyshawn and Abdullah Mason.
Yeah, that's what I just said. In about a year, I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
I think Abdullah get him once he get a little more experience.
Abdullah Mason is next one at 135. I'm trying to tell everybody, they ain't listening.
Oh.
Yeah.
When asked about calling out Tank for a potential fight, Keyshawn responded in a calm and measured way. He explained that he and Tank once shared a friendly relationship, but things shifted after Tank sent him inappropriate text messages. According to Keyshawn, although they were eventually able to talk things out, the relationship was never quite the same afterward. He added that he still believes a professional fight between them is likely to happen at some point in the future.
Because in terms of what I said, for real, I just feel like, Tank wasn't never really like on my radar, for real. Like, he wasn't like, I never had a problem with Tank. He was always cool. And I was just like, when we run into each other, we gonna run into each other and shit. But it was a little situation that we had a disagreement on. And he had DM'd me. So after the DM, I just took it to another level. Because I feel like, once you kind of disrespect me in a way that I don't give a fuck, once you disrespect me, all the floodgates are open. And I felt like that DM was disrespectful. And we have after his fight, we exchanged words in the DMs and we kind of like hashed it out type shit. Okay. But I had already made my post on Facebook and I wasn't going back on what I had said because at the end of the day, I still want to fight you. Also, we got a little history. We don't got to be cool, but it's like we're not really friends. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna go back and be like, I'm gonna take that shit down because we hashed it out. Nah, that shit's staying up there because we are gonna fight one day. Whenever you want to make it happen.
When discussing his own abilities, Keyshawn Davis once again displayed strong self-belief. He stated that he fully trusts his skills and genuinely believes he can defeat Gervonta Tank Davis. Keyshawn referenced their shared history in boxing and suggested that a fight between them would be highly entertaining for fans. He also said he views himself as the best fighter at lightweight and believes he could give Tank a very tough and competitive fight.
Stylistically, you know, whatever it is in your style and your skill set, or even beyond style, like your temperament as a man and as a fighter, what is it that you think you have that could be a remedy for Tank in the ring? You could beat him.
I just feel like I'm the best at 135, period. I came into the game with this confidence, and I got the same confidence. Again, like, me and Tank got a little history, so, like, we got a little history. Like I never spoke on Tank like that. First time I ever spoke on it, you feel what I'm saying? But I feel like I'm the best at 135, man. It's time for me to prove it. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I think I can do this better than Tank. I can knock Tank out and I can do this and that and third. No, I'm not gonna do that. He's a hell of a fighter. I'm a hell of a fighter. But what I said on my Facebook post, it was just me keeping it real and just how I felt. And how I feel is this stands. I feel like I'm the best at 135 and I'm here to fight the best.
Keyshawn Davis also spoke about his fighting style and how he would approach a matchup with Tank. He pointed out that he believes he holds certain advantages, including his taller frame and longer reach. According to Keyshawn, those physical attributes would make him a difficult opponent to deal with in the ring. While he acknowledged Tank's quick movement and agility, he suggested those strengths would be less effective against his own style. Overall, Keyshawn made it clear that he feels confident he has multiple advantages that could help him defeat the Baltimore star.
Actually, I think after the time you sparred him the second time at 21, we did an interview and you praised his defense. You're like, I knew this guy could punch, but I didn't know he was slick like that. But yet you're bigger, that you're taller than him and putting on size even at lightweight, and you're a big lightweight. So you already said, I'm not going to say I could do this or I could do that, but just stylistically, what would that fight look like? Because lately you've been throwing lots of combinations and not too many guys are standing there to throw 3, 4, or 5 shots in front of Tank. They're too concerned about what's coming back. So what do you think it would look like?
Right. Well, with a fighter like me, man, like I'm gonna talk about myself. I'm not gonna talk about him. Yeah. Talk about myself. With a fighter like me, you cannot stand right there in front of me and just think you're gonna block all these shots. I'm not talking about him, because Pedraza tried to do the same thing with me, and Nair Albright. So you can't just sit right there in front of me and try to play defense with me. It's just not gonna work. I'm too smart. I'm too fast, and I hit hard. I really do. So you're not gonna want to sit right there with me. You feel what I'm saying? So okay, boom. Naturally, I'm the bigger fighter. Okay, cool. I'm smart. I don't get hit in fights. I don't, so that's number 2. I'm confident. I just feel like in terms of like me, I'm bigger, I'm strong. I just feel like in terms of me, man, I got the whole package. I got the whole package. And if people probably say that about him, but I'm bigger, I'm younger, I'm just as fast, I'm strong. I might not be the hardest hitting 135, but I got power. You feel what I'm saying? So
Keyshawn also reflected on his knockout victory over Jose Pedraza, calling it a statement win that helped put him on the map. He explained that the victory marked an important moment in his career, bringing him greater recognition and significantly boosting his confidence. According to Keyshawn, that win gave him the belief to start calling out the biggest names in the lightweight division.
You wound up knocking out Pedraza in the same rounds he did, 6 rounds. To Tank's credit, when he did it, Pedraza was undefeated. He was a world champion at that time, but still, you did it in 6 rounds. What do you think that tells us, the fans and the viewers, media?
I think it more so tells the viewers that, okay, Keyshawn is on that. I want to say on that, because y'all always want to say Shakur, Tank, fucking Ryan Garcia level, whatever the fuck that is. But I want to say, like, okay, I'm stamped on that shit. Like, I'm stamped, like, okay, I respect that, but it's always going to take that one fight for me to get that, like, a Teofimo or, like, a Baranchik. For y'all to be like, damn, Keyshawn is ready. But in terms of Keyshawn, I've been telling y'all I was ready. Just give me an opportunity for me to show that. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just it.
While Keyshawn Davis has been vocal about his confidence in a potential fight with Tank, Tank Davis's trainer Kenny Ellis sees the situation very differently. Ellis suggested that the young fighter may be moving too fast by calling out a two-division champion. He dismissed talk of a matchup between Tank and Keyshawn, stating that Keyshawn still needs more experience before facing the elite names at lightweight. Ellis also mentioned other potential opponents, pointing to top contenders he believes Keyshawn should face next. According to Ellis, a fight between Tank Davis and Keyshawn Davis is not the right move at this time, as he believes Tank should focus on established stars rather than rising prospects.
Well, you never know in this sport, man. Like in terms of who getting a fight first. Like who would expected Frank Martin fighting Tank? You know, especially after the fact he didn't fight Shakur. So you already never know who will get the fight first. You know, I'm at a level where I am ready. So whoever Tank will want to fight first, it's really up to that man. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of him and Shakur, if there was to fight, I think Shakur would win. Like I think Shakur got better skill, and of course he's just better defensively. Like I'm always going with the better skill, the better defensive fighter. Tank's skill is phenomenal, but I just feel like he's offense first. I feel like he's offense first, or I feel like Tank is the type of fighter where he'll either be offensive first, or he's very, 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 very patient, and then just try to catch you slipping. You know what I'm saying? And certain fighters, it's just smart. So I just think